Hello and welcome to the 14th episode of the Diplomacy Talks. In this episode, we will decode India's ties with one of its closest ally, a time-tested friend and a significant partner. We will talk about none other than Russia. This old friend of India has been in news since the last 2 days since the visit of Russian President Vladimir Putin to New Delhi has been announced. So let's dive deep into the India-Russia ties. India established diplomatic ties with the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics USSR back in 1947 before India gained independence from the British rule. This year 2025 marks 78 years of diplomatic ties between the two nations. Back in December 1991, USSR broke apart and India soon after the dissolution recognized the Russian Federation. USSR had proved a reliable partner for India against the Western hostilities, and even after Russia was formed, it has stood by India in times of all adversaries. The USSR supported India's push for self-sufficiency and invested heavily in sectors like steel, heavy machinery, and oil and gas. After the breakup of USSR and formation of Russian Federation, both the countries deepened their strategic as well as political ties, supporting each other on multiple fronts and even at global levels. Signing of the declaration of the India-Russia Strategic Partnership in October 2000 was a watershed moment in the relationship. The relationship has enhanced to a new level with enhanced levels of cooperation in almost all areas, including political, security, defense, trade and economy, science and technology, culture, and people-to-people ties. During the visit of the Russian president to India in December 2010, the strategic partnership was elevated to the level of special privileged strategic partnership. Under the strategic partnership, several institutionalized dialogue mechanisms operate at both political and official levels to ensure regular interaction and follow up on cooperation activities. In December 2021, a new dimension to the bilateral cooperation was added with the first 2+2 dialogue, foreign and defense ministers of both the countries, taking place alongside the summit level talks between Prime Minister Modi and President Putin. There is so much about the partnership between the two nations that it is difficult to sum it up in just one video. But in this video, we are only touching upon major highlights for you. Moving ahead, India and Russia have identified that the trade and economic partnership must be enhanced. Both the countries aim to take trade to $100 billion by 2030. In financial year 2023-24, bilateral trade had reached an all-time high of $65.70 billion. India's exports majorly include pharmaceuticals, organic chemicals, electrical machinery, and mechanical appliances, iron and steel, while major items of import from Russia include oil and petroleum products, fertilizers, mineral resources, precious stones and metals, vegetable oils, etc. The major bilateral investments by Russia and India are in the oil and gas, petrochemicals, banking, railways and steel sectors, while Indian investments in Russia are mainly in oil and gas and pharmaceutical sectors. Defense partnership has been the strongest pillar of bilateral ties between the two nations. To know more on this, let's listen to what defense and strategic analyst Dinakar Peri has to say.
The broad themes, we can see some announcements are trade, connectivity, defense and also a mobility and migration agreement. So on the defense front, so what to expect? Defense has been a major pillar of cooperation between India and Russia. Indian military still holds 60% of its military inventory from Soviet Union or Russia. So, and Russia has recently offered a range of things to India for it to procure from. These include the more S-400 long-range air defense systems, the more advanced S-500 which is just being deployed, lease of additional Akula class nuclear attack submarines and more air defense systems, and Su-57 5th generation stealth fighter jets licensed to be licensed manufactured in India. So, and many more. These are among the big platforms. So, what is India looking for? In the aftermath of Operation Sindoor in May, India is now in the process of procuring missiles for S-400 systems, both missiles for replenishing the stocks as well as more missiles to increase the buffers. That's one that's already happening under the emergency procurement. India is now also keen to buy additional regiments of S-400. That's something that could be discussed, though we don't expect a agreement at this point of time during the visit. On the Su-57, India is definitely in a hard place. Indian Air Force is in a hard place for a fighter jet. So, but there's no decision taken to acquire the Su-57 at this point of time. So that's something will be discussed, to be watched out for.
Apart from defense partnership, the other areas of collaboration include energy security and nuclear cooperation, which includes heavy investments by Russia in Kudankulam nuclear power plant in Tamil Nadu. Both the countries are also exploring and expanding partnership in the space sector. Both the nations are also a part of multiple multilateral forums. Russia has been supporting India's bid for permanent membership to UNSC as well. People-to-people and cultural ties between the two nations have strengthened over the years with regular student exchanges and ever-growing tourism. We will bring you more on India-Russia ties in the next episode next week. So till then, stay tuned to Sawaal That Matters for more such insightful content. Thank you.